Hi, everyone. My name is Elizabeth McLean, and I am so happy to be here today as part of the Open Education Workshop. And now that you're all practically experts in open education, I am going to talk about another important topic, and that is diversity, equity, and inclusion. Open education already offers more diversity than commercial textbooks simply by being accessible and adaptable. Once commercial textbooks have gone to print, there is no way to change anything that is inside of that textbook. With open education, depending on the Creative Commons license, which you also learned about today, there are opportunities to change, modify, and update the content. Whether you want to translate it into another language, collaborate with a group of fellow faculty members, or make it a more inclusive for a particular audience, open education textbooks allow for those changes to be made. The very nature of open education naturally supports diversity, equity, and inclusion, but not everything is simple. As with anything new and different, there will be challenges. And some of the biggest challenges in open education that also affect DEI are time for faculty members to spend doing their research, collaborating, and either remixing or creating their own content. This is also going to require funding, and most faculty will need a grant and significant time for a project like developing their own textbook. As we mentioned, open education textbooks are already more diverse and equitable than commercial textbooks by creating that accessibility for students in the lower socioeconomic background and bridging that gap of affordable education, even if just a little bit. Open education textbooks provide that academic freedom to instructors who can choose more diverse materials for their students. In doing so, then the instructors are creating a more inclusive sense of community, and students will have more buy in when they see themselves represented in the textbooks that they're using in their classes. If you should decide to venture into the world of open education, remember these do's and don'ts so that you can reach the maximum amount of students with the content that you are creating. So, when creating or remixing your open education resources and textbooks, don't presume prior background knowledge from students and make sure to avoid stereotypes. Also, avoid assuming pronouns and try to use they and non gender pronouns, gender specific pronouns. And then also try not to use your own personal perspective. Do include perspectives from a variety of cultures and backgrounds. Do invite collaboration with your peers. Do create a resource that can be consumed by the widest audience possible. Do try to diversify whatever you are citing in your work. And do use a variety of images from people from different backgrounds, cultures, and ethnicities. And also make your content available in alternative formats for different learning styles if possible. If an educational resource doesn't include input from diversity of stakeholders and knowledge holders, then what chance does it have to grow into something that is inclusive and relevant to a diverse population of students? In order to create a more inclusive, equitable, and diverse materials for students, we need to start at the beginning, and that is with the creators ourselves. And we have to start by building a culture in open education that breaks that traditional mold of mostly white professors and brings in a more diverse population of educators. Only then will we truly be able to bring diversity into the textbooks and to our students. It has been such a pleasure talking with you today about diversity, equity, and inclusion, and being part of this wonderful workshop on open education. I will share these slides with you so that you have access to all these resources that I've included, and you can look at them on your own time. And I've also included my contact information so that you can reach out to me with any questions that you might have following this open education workshop, specifically in diversity, equity, and inclusion. And I hope that this provides you with a wonderful background of knowledge to go out there and really join our community of open education. Thank you so much.